Hi everybody, I'm in Portland, Maine today. I'm standing in Monument Square, as you can see. Wait a minute, let me turn around. It's April 18th, 2017. Plenty's going on, and I'm not going to talk about it because, Here you can see the monument. It's the first thing I saw when I came to town 8 years ago. I'd been here only once before. Been out to the islands for some fun and games with the Boy Scouts. We went out camping on an island called Little Chebeague. But this is Monument Square, and today we're going to go, I think, to the library if they haven't gassed that, and then up to what's called the Eastern Promenade, and then downtown. Take down to the Old Port. The reason I'm here is that my hotel room got gassed this morning. It's terrible. I can't even sit in there. This is the Coors Light truck. Coors is the silver bullet. And basically what this truck's being here means is that the game is on, the game being that Silver Bullet is my briefcase with my cash, my ID, notification of death and next of kin, and the rest of it in it. And virtually everybody around here, except for our people, has access to it, can take me to it, and won't. Have a nice day. I'm now in some square I don't know the name of. It's by the federal buildings. There's the Firehouse over there, all kinds of fire trucks and stuff outside. You can see some of it. Hang on. There's an apartment building. If you look closely, you can see that the lights are on in the center stairwells, some of them. Actually, I think those are the elevator lobbies. And of course, the fire department doesn't notice that. Why would they? It's true all over town. Yet you can see all the cars. They, zoom around. This is my bubble. It's been a hell of a bubble, I'll tell you that. Learned a lot from it. I have no regrets. Best ride anybody ever had, as far as I'm concerned. That's the main Jewish museum on Congress Street. This is Congress Street that I'm on right here. There's a little display in there. The Holocaust victims. I went in. Nice enough people. Couple of markers in the front. One of my friends left them. I'm now at what's called the Eastern Promenade. As you can see, there's an old fort out there in the middle of the harbor. A couple islands out there. I think that one's called Little Diamond. The distance is one of the Chebeagues, I think. There's a power plant out there. It's off. It's in Yarmouth. It's almost always off. It's because nobody's really there. They just turned it on? Oh, they just turned it on to prove me wrong. Vicky Bum wrong again. It's usually off, not today. It was a moment ago. And then we look around. This is basically Portland Harbor that goes over to the other side, the back side. I think they call it Back Cove. A little parked out here with some benches. I'm going to go sit on that. But before I do, I think it's, wise to note this 4-year diggy project that's been going on right around here. Yes, it's taken 4 years. Why? That's easy. To prove that people really have jobs and work here. I'm really convinced. On Congress Street, they have 2 street sweeping sketches. And further down on Congress Street, they had more pipe digging and all that. That proves population to those who have no brains and don't actually look at the empty buildings. Here I'm a little further down. You can see the park now. You couldn't really see it over the ridge back there. There's Piper Shores, a reminder of a message I left to one of my friends. And we go up the hill. These are beautiful houses. They're all empty. Heat's always off, lights always out. But they got people going in and out sometimes to prove me wrong. Here's the park bench. You can see the guano there on the left. That's my bag and cane. And, oh my God, look at that. It's the Dickhead Rockefeller bench. I sat on this bench calling for Dickhead a while ago. I don't know. Probably 2 months ago, and he showed up down over that ridge there on the beach. I'll show you the beach later. There he was. I said, "Is it something I said?" He said, "Yes, it was. The bravest thing anybody said around me in a long time." The trick, by the way, when you're making jokes about criminals is that you got to remember they don't really have bosses because they're all criminals. I mean, they do, and they're notional, but they all try to deceive each other. And if you criticize their methods, that makes you the boss. So when I say the lesson learned from the Holocaust was not to put them all together, but to separate them and gas them separately, you know, that's kind of really sick humor. But it is what they have been doing. So we laugh about it. What they do is not us, it's them. We always have to remember that. It's really an idyllic spot, except for you can hear behind me that the morons have brought in their power tools and whatnot. That's the noise part. And then we got the stink. Yep, we've had a couple of idiots come by and turn on their ISIS STP additives in their gas tanks right upwind from me. I'm sure it was an amazing coincidence in their system. And the reason is there's this woman who keeps running up and down the hill, and she's wearing orange, and orange is the color of crossouts. Let me show you that gap past the Yarmouth, whatever it is. There's a cliff there. I don't know what that is. I think that's beyond Freeport. I'm just not sure what it is. I don't know the area that well. I'm not a native of this area. I haven't really studied the map and don't have a car, so I haven't really cared much to get north of Portland too often. But this is a beautiful spot. It's the nicest spot in the city, if you ask me, as long as they don't make all kinds of noise and pollute it, which is what they're doing. They're trying to get me out of here so that they can gas me better somewhere else. Maybe it's lunchtime gassing that I. You can see behind me there's a trail, there's a little mini railroad track. I'm now down at the bottom. And on the flip side, there's the trail continues. It goes all the way around the other side of the city. It goes past the sewage treatment plant. Doesn't have any stink coming out of it. And yet people still walk around, drive around, want to pretend. Here I am right on the shore. As you can see, the wind direction's changed. That's a northeast wind. The wind was coming due east because some people needed to get some gas in there. Can't do that unless you got magic and low wind. This is a colder wind and it's a little bit more. Only a matter of a couple of feet. There's a little beach there. You know, I look at all these people, and as we were looking at OOP down by the pier yesterday, the day after, all those Easter miracles across the bay. It's hard to understand how it is that these atheist angels send this stuff up and think it's okay to do it. That's the opposition, the atheists and their angels. Not this stuff, this is garbage. I say that because what they are really is non-interactive criminals. Oh, a nice happy family going to have a picnic or something. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. After what we saw on the beach on Easter 2 days ago, you gotta ask yourself, what are they trying to convince me of? Everything's normal? Here comes the worthless train. It's coal-powered, and in the wintertime when the heat's off on the hill, they turn that on to make smoke. It's really convincing. Don't you think? Oh, here I am right by the water. I'm standing on a little hill. Let me show you what's in front of me. There's an apartment building there. You can see it. I don't know. It's probably 10, 12 stories. Can't see the bottom. It's empty. The lights are out, heat's off. It's like that all winter time. It was like that 8 years ago when I first got here. I've never seen it looking occupied. There's some houses on the hill. Usually the heat's completely off, even when it's a lot colder. Usually they fill it up with people who are out jogging or whatever, sometimes at the wrong time, dog walkers and whatnot. They just don't want to see them go away. Nobody's really interactive. You get a sense that this is kind of the rocky part of the main coast where it starts. Well, it starts a few miles south actually. But it's rocky, unlike the sandy beaches that you find south of Scarborough. There's more of the coastline. This is Portland Harbor in the distance. Some gas tanks across the way. That's South Portland. It's called. We have a lighthouse over here. No, it's just kind of a light station. It's on some kind of a jetty. Oh, I'm now at the terminal where they have the Coast Guard cutter sometimes. Not too often. Little bench I sit on. Let me show you what I'm looking at. There's the bay. You can see the island ferry kind of underneath there. There's an island over there. I think that's Peaks Island. And we got the Diamond Islands. We got that old pier where they just took the top off. I don't know what's out there, a coal company or something. Got that empty apartment building on the hill. Sometimes they've got boats in the water to pretend the building is filled. Then we have Munjoy Hill, obviously always empty. At least the buildings are empty. But man, we got the Canadian flag flying. We got the cool tourist who was there. I guess he took off because it's too humiliating to be in this photo. We got the train, oh man, that's working. We got the hotel I stayed in. You can see the lights are out there. They filled it up with garlic to prove people were there when I got there. There you can see some new construction to prove people are home. You know, who can argue with that? Somebody must be paid for it, right? Maybe Kim Jong-il or whatever his name is. Little fat fuck's doing that. Outside last week they had a crane that had the name Rigby on it. Rig is what they use when they're putting gas in places. Rigging the whole building off for gas. Turned into a really stupid racket. And here's the rest of the terminal. We'll take a walk down Commercial Street. Maybe I'll show some side streets. This is kind of a sleepy town. If you really want a tour, you're probably better off just going online, and I'm sure there's something on there. And now that I think of it, let me give you a little insight here as to what it is I've been doing the last 17 years. You see these empty buildings, I used to see them in Boston, that's where it started. I look at people doing same old, unwilling to talk about the surrounding environment that it's obviously prima facie got some problems with presentation. And I looked at this as being basically stripped psychology all the way down to de minimis. You know, and I looked at it as an opportunity. Here I have an opportunity to study whatever this is so it doesn't happen again. And having been around a few lifetimes, I know that some people can come back. And if they come back, I want to understand what this is, because obviously it precluded them from being around me at the end of the day in Boston 17 years ago. And I just got a message not to go back to my apartment at the hotel, because I had another message that let me know the place had been hit with arsenic. I don't know if it's true, but my lungs weren't feeling too good. That's why I'm here. I figured somebody would just go figure out how to fix the problem enough. If I have to go back, I'll go back. I'm not going to stay here because, frankly, that hotel had issues too. Basically, anywhere I go, they figure out how to gas pretty quickly. Most of the town's rigged, and when it isn't, and I'm in a closed room, they send in somebody with a gas canister. Portable mules, my favorite. I'm going to insert a clip here that I took a couple of weeks ago when it was, oh, I don't know, it must have been about 20-25 degrees out. Somebody could go check it. And we had that empty apartment building on the hill, and then the boats in the water to prove that the building was filled. That was the proof, the boats. I mean, why would there be people out in boats if the building were empty, right? Really sick. Here's a beautiful scene of the Portland police protecting these people. It probably ripped me off. Look down Commercial Street. And here's the terminal area. See the terminal over here. There's a bench I'm going to sit on. And oh my God, look, it's the cure for cancer right there. Also the black widow berries. I don't want to give up that secret. Give up that secret and they lose the ability. The officer of the American law that allows people to walk around with my checks in their pocket and insists that that's grand theft instead of just stealing a worthless piece of paper for about 5 minutes. Don't ask me, don't get me started. And I'm not going to sit here with one finger in the air, and if I sit here with two together, doing the Mr. Spock, I could sit here for all day long. Thanks for keeping me honest, folks. Do whatever you need to do. I'll just upload whatever I've got. That seems like it for today. I'm just tired of using this thing, and I think I've gotten my messages across as best I can. I get surrounded by a bubble. The bubble's filled with gassers. I noticed that a number of other people are having the same type of issue. So I think it's time to get rid of the gassers and get on with everything. I think we got enough of our partisans back. We can start to work, get some things right for a change, and see if we can make some common sense. Just make the bubbles better. Make America look great again if it's not going to be great again. And the rest of the world.